Hello, hope you are doing well today. My name is Alina and in this video we will learn about the structure used to. And before we start, let's take a look at the following sentence. 2 years ago we lived in London, but now we live in Bogota. Here we are talking about a finished action in the past. We lived in London. In sentences like this, we can always use the structure used to with no difference in meaning. We used to live here means the same as we lived here. Notice that after used to, we need to use a base verb. Now let's take a look at another sentence. I used to play tennis, but now I play only football. Here, the phrase I used to play means I played tennis in the past regularly. I played it all the time. It was my habit, a routine in the past, but I don't do it anymore. We can also use this structure in the negative sentences. For example, I didn't used to eat apples, but now I love them. This sentence means that in the past, I didn't eat apples at all, but now I do. Once again, we are talking about a past habit that is not true anymore. Notice that in negative sentences, after didn't, we need the base form of the verb to use. In spoken English, the phrase never used to is very common in negative sentences. It means the same as I didn't used to. For example, you can say, I never used to cook, but now I do every day. And it means the same as saying, I didn't used to cook, but now I do every day. Or I never cooked, or I didn't cook, but now I do every day. When we form a question with used to, we put did at the beginning of the sentence. For example, did he used to go to school? Which means, did he go to school every day in the past? Now let's take a look at the following sentence. When I was a kid, we went to Disneyland every year. Can I replace we went with we used to go? Can I say, when I was a kid, we used to go to Disneyland every year? Yes, I can. There is absolutely no difference in meaning. And what about this one? We went to Disneyland in 1995. Can I replace past simple in this sentence with used to? Can I say we used to go to Disneyland in 1995? No. In this case, I cannot say used to go. Why? Have you noticed the difference between the two sentences? In the first sentence, we are talking about a routine, a habit, something that happened many times, and it happened rather regularly. But in the second sentence, we are talking about something that happened only once in 1995. Used to refers only to past habits and routines, not past events that happened only once. Now let's take a look at the following sentence. Can we replace I ate with I used to eat in this case? Can I say I usually used to eat at home, but now I always eat out? Yes, we can, because we are talking about a past habit, a past routine, something that happened regularly many times. But how about this one? I usually don't eat at home. Can we say, I don't used to eat at home? No, we can't. Why? Because in this case, we are talking about present habits or routine. Used to refers only to the past and cannot be used to talk about the present. Now let's see if you've got it. Complete the sentence with the correct form of used to. Ready? Okay, here is the first one for you. Pause the video if you need more time. Remember that here we need the negative form of the structure used to. And when you're ready, you should get, he didn't used to be interested in gardening, but now he is one of the most famous gardeners in the country. Let's try another one. Once again, pause the video if you need more time. And when you're ready, you should get, she used to have long hair, but now it is short. How about this one? Remember that when you use never, the verb will be in the positive form even though the meaning of the sentence is negative. And when you're ready, you should get they never used to argue, but now they argue all the time. How about this one? Be careful with the question. And when you're ready, you should get did he used to smoke before he got ill? Remember that in questions and negations, the structure used to loses its ed ending because of the auxiliary did. Okay, let's try another one. Be careful with a negative sentence. Once again, remember that used to will lose its ed ending. And when you're ready, you should get I didn't used to like him, but now we are best friends and I love spending time with him. How about this one? A question once again. And when you're ready, you should get did you used to eat a lot of chocolate when you were a child? I have some more for you in store. And when you're ready, you should get George used to have a car, but he sold it last year. And let's try the last one. Once again, be careful with a negative sentence. And when you're ready, you should get Natasha didn't used to go to bed early, but now she's always asleep by 10 p.m. How well did you do on this one? That's it for today. Go to Virtual Sabana to practice and to take your skills to a new level and ask your tutor for extra clarifications. Bye-bye.